Welcome back to another weapon build video, and today we're going to take a look at the lens. Now, I wanted to do this video back in 2021, but there was something I had to get around because there was something going on with the lens that I could not figure out why this certain mod wasn't working, and I figured it out because you guys kept telling me, "Hey, this doesn't work with bows." All right? And keep that in mind. And I kept that in mind actually, and I figured it out. So, thank you guys so much for that, because I would have never figured out how to actually get around building the lens and trying to make it a really good damage weapon, and I figured it out. So thank you guys so much. But anyways, this weapon is a really good weapon, all right, and we're actually expecting to see this as a tenant weapon. So hopefully we actually see that maybe in the upcoming future. All right. And yeah, well, we want to see that happen. So charge rate is 1.20. Magazine, yeah, that's not even point. And reload, yeah, doesn't matter. Critical chance is 50%. Critical multiplier is 2.0, and the status is 5%. So based on critical chance, it's a lot of critical chance. High, very high critical chance. Critical multiplier is very decent, so looking all great. 50% impact damage, well, 50. Then we have the radio attack, which you have cold damage, 110, and then blast is 660, because this is a blast weapon as well. It's an explosion weapon, as you can see. Here's my build, and I'm using galvanized chamber, 80% multi-shot on kill, 30% multi-shot for 20 seconds, stacks up to 5 times, so you're stacking it 5 times, 30% multi-shot. Vital Sense, 120% critical damage, Malignant Force, 60% toxin and status chance, and then Stormbringer, 90% electricity. The next set of mods that I'm using is the Hellfire. So Hellfire is going to increase your 90% heat damage there, which gives us heat damage. Because I am going to be using this, I wanted more heat for Corpus, and you can obviously strip armor for the Corrupted and Grenier. So very useful. All right, and that's what I'm going to be using. Serration. This increases your damage, 165% of it, and impact is increased to 132.5, which really is important. 119.3 heat damage, 198.8 of corrosive, and then total 818. Sorry, 810. I don't know what's going on with me today. Blast 1,749. Then we have, why we got both? Okay, that's very weird. But increase our corrosive damage 2,623, and then in total just 10,866. So this is, however, going to make us do crazy numbers on damage. Next mod that I'm using is Point Strike. Now, I've really wanted to use critical delay, but since the charge rate is very, very low and very bad, not too bad, but it's bad, it is going to make our charge rate very slow. So you can, however, you do that with a Warframe that increases your fire rate. So Point Strike, 50% critical chance increase, which right now 135% increase our crit chance. And then last but not least, which I gotta say this works very well with, is Vigilation Armament. More multi-shot, but not only that, what I really use this mod for is the 50% critical hits, alright? Which enhances our critical hits, basically giving us critical chance. So let's start. So not bad so far. So that was really good. And, you know, for Lenz, I mean, without Galvanized Aptitude, it does not work. I'm telling you right now, it does not work. And that's one of the mods that I had to figure out that does not work for these bows. And the reason why is because this bow, so the reason why some of these mods don't work for these bows is it has to be either of these two things, right? The first thing is that the weapon that you're using that does not work for galvanized aptitude is because the weapon has high crit. When it has high crit chance, then that becomes a overpowered weapon. And that is something that Digital Sheep does not want you to overuse in Warframe. Example, Nadaruk. Nadaruk is a very high crit weapon that does a lot of freaking damage. And the reason why you look at it is like because of the reason why you look at galvanized aptitude not working is because that is the point of it being a high crit weapon is going to do high crit damage. And if it does high crit damage, then that means that is a overpowered weapon. That's what Digital Sheep does not want you to allow you to use in Warframe or overuse in Warframe. So that's why these weapons get nerfed. And not only that, but the second reason is because the weapon that you are using is probably a AoE weapon. Example, Proboscis Cernos. Proboscis Cernos is a AoE weapon. It doesn't have high crit, but it however does really good damage. And it has the advantage of doing killing enemies very quickly. You could build it for that. Not only that, but you do have Rivens. And Rivens can make it very, very good. Alright, really good. So on top of it being a high crit weapon and an AoE weapon as well, depending on those two, you have the advantage of making it destroying enemies very, very, good. Just killing enemies. So that's what Digital Sheep does not want you to allow to use in Warframe. Like I use in every primary weapon build, I show you guys Carrier Prime with the Prime Laser Rifle or Super Prime, does not matter which one you use. Just pick one, and if you throw on these three mods, Vigilante Armaments, All Fates, or Favor, it'll increase your crit chance. So this will give us at least a little bit of red crits increase. So we'll be seeing that. Now since we do have Hellfire on here, we'll be able to take down Corpus as well. So this will be working on both targets. Slow. This weapon is really good to be used with Wisp or Gauss. Now you have the chance of using either of those Warframes to increase your fire rate. And this is what I like about Wisp. She not only increases your fire rate, but she can increase other things as well. So that's what I really do like about Wisp, and this is why I favor Warframe actually. So you gotta be kidding me. Hopefully it doesn't drag the enemies. I did, but okay. That is all for this build. Let me know in the comments below if you guys liked the build, and if you didn't, then please do not. When taking Lenz to the Still Path, this is a good weapon, but I don't know. I don't think you should really take it to the Still Path. Probably not Survival though. Now I forgot to mention about the Arcane. I'm using Primary Merciless. You probably saw it, but the reason why I'm using it is because you can't get a headshot kill with using Primary Deadhead. That is like literally no way in chance of you ever getting a headshot kill. So that's why that is a no-go Arcane for me. Prime Mercy is definitely way to go because you'll get a kill very quickly, and that's just the way it is. Alright, and that's where that's the Arcane you should be using, honestly. So you can try to get a primary a headshot kill, but honestly that would take too long to do. And this weapon isn't really, I would say, good enough to really use in a Still Path. I wouldn't say take it to Survival, but you can take it to Extermination mission or any other mission besides Survival. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the build. But that is all for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Follow me on all social medias and Twitch. Links are in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.